All right, legends, how is everybody doing? We got a little bit of a pump today, but we need to understand that Bitcoin is still in a very strong downtrend for the last week. We're going to analyze the levels here. We're going to talk about the setups that have been mentioned today in the Legends trading community. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, guys. If you enjoy the content, if you do see value, smash up the like button. If you want to continue to see me here around on YouTube providing the education, the technical analysis, make sure to smash up that like button. Let's go right away here through the levels of importance for Bitcoin, and also talking about this major bounce. Where did the price of Bitcoin find here this support? Well, obviously we were tackling that high volume node, did manage very well here to hold this high volume node from the price action here from the beginning of March. Very nicely, it's also the monthly open. We can see the monthly open from March is exactly where the price is getting that bounce. No doubt a very strong level of support. So we are bouncing very, very nicely. We even hit the 0.88 Fibonacci here from this pivot low to the pivot high, and now we are hitting a major resistance zone. Something interesting to note here for anybody that is not aware about Fibonacci levels: when you do see a low pivot and a high pivot and you retrace all the way up down to the 0.88 Fibonacci, you have a high probability that the low is going to be taken. In this case, it is the $59,200 range. We have bounced very nicely to the 61865 Fibonacci, and that's what the price likes to do in a Fibonacci retracement. Now, of course, this is major resistance zone. We're going to talk about this zone right away here on the chart. What are the most important levels on the higher time frames? Look at this. I got a clean chart here. No moving averages, no 𝗖𝗎𝗺𝘃 clouds, no nothing. It's going to be simple. It's going to be easy to understand because this is pure education. Going to talk about that long setup that was mentioned in the Legends community here, longed here with the legends at this exact level. This is going to be explained, of course, in this episode, and looking at some other major opportunities. We're going to talk about the higher time frames. Of course, the halving is just round about 30 days away, guys. We've got the halving just 30 days away here from now. Where's that clock? There it is. 30 days. Of course, we are seeing, the block generation time is being very, very fast, and it says 24 days here. Overall, an average of 30 days, we should be seeing the Bitcoin halving. Not going to be nothing too major in the short term. We know that nothing really happens during the halving. You just get a bit of volatility down, up. You're not going to get a gigantic pump on the halving date. I can already tell you that. Let's go through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. Dave Digital, how are you doing? Legends, Dave Digital, I absolutely love you. Thank you for joining the stream. Let's go right away here with Christopher. How are you doing? I don't know. It says dipped a bit 1%. Dipped a bit 1%. Hey Andy, missed you. Hey Sheriff, how are you? Top Andy Stephen, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Maybe Bandide looks sus. How are you doing? Maybe Jukin, smash the like button, guys. Yeah, let's go right away. Okay, not many comments at the moment. What's up, Andy? Will BTC Rich 60k again? Definitely has a chance, but we need to realize what is going on here, guys. We are in a big major downtrend, right? We are forming, big aggressive lower lows and lower highs right over here, and this is just another lower high. But let's explain a little bit this bounce from this level. It's the monthly open. Let's go here with the pure, easy to understand technical analysis. Monthly opens, daily opens, weekly opens, they are important levels. Weekly closes, all of this are good levels to take into consideration on the chart. And when we go to the monthly chart, we can see here where we closed February, right? Basically here, February did close here exactly at this $61,262, and this is where we opened March. This is where the price came all the way down to today, and got that beautiful bounce. I mean, this is a bounce of over $2,500, even $3,000 during the last 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Really nice bounce. Now, how could have this been traded? Let's talk about the education, then we'll go through the major levels, okay, that we are looking for. I did get into this long position. It was something that was mentioned in the Legends trading community. You can see here how we were talking about a descending wedge, a possible breakout, a possible bounce from certain levels. This is going to be explained right away here on this YouTube live stream. Did manage to get into that small little long position. I am here in Dubai, and I'm getting paperwork. I'm really not concentrated on trading fully at the moment, but I'm dabbling a little bit, to certain levels that I do know that we could be getting some major bounces or rejections. Guys, you got that insane bonus down below, 20% fee reduction on Bybit, $30,000 worth of bonus if you do want to trade in the best trading platform for me. That is Bybit, of course. And if you cannot do KYC, okay, you have also 𝗬cie with $20,000 deposit bonus for anybody interested. That is a great alternative if you cannot use Bybit. So let's go right away here through the scenarios, guys. Let's just go here through the lower time frames and analyze a little bit the local situation here, because I'm just going to go here, clean chart, mark those levels so you understand it. Of course, one of my favorite indicators, session volume profile. I'm very much interested in what has happened yesterday to see what could happen today. This is the beauty about seeing where we have those high volume nodes on the session volume profile. And what we did see right over here is the price action getting that bounce from the monthly open, and we were forming a little bit of a descending wedge structure, which is usually a bullish pattern, right? You do have the lower highs right over here, you do have the lower lows right there. You're getting supported from the lower lows right there. As you can see, this was highly predictable that we could possibly get a bounce here, purely based on lower low support, right? Keeping it simple, like a kid of 5-year-old could understand this. Trend lines on the chart. Yeah, this is purely simple stuff. Just a bounce from lower low support. The monthly open, you're adding confluence to that level. Hey, you're not only hitting a random trend line on the chart, you're hitting the monthly open. So you're adding a bit of confluence. You're getting that choppiness right over there. But when you do zoom out on the higher time frames, you're like, oh, where can we take a look at Fibonacci from clear pivot lows where we have retraced? Well, this being the number one, as you can see here, very clear. You got another one here, and you got another one all the way down here, right? But overall, we're interested here what's happening more locally. Taking a look at the Fibonacci level from this pivot low to the pivot high, we can see that we were hitting also that 0.88 Fibonacci. 0.88 Fibonacci also is a interesting level. It's a level where you could actually bounce, okay? This is why we have it on the Fibonacci retracement, the 0.88. So we bounce from that level. Not an easy long position, not an easy decision right there. Oh my goodness, this is very bearish, we're going lower. The deal, right? When you're moving down, you don't want to get into a long position, but overall it was support. Now let me explain what happened here next. What we did see is taking a look at the session volume profile. I mean, this does look very toppy. We did create a double top right there, so this is not a bad idea to get into a short position right there. Well, just basically an hour ago, right, when we were testing that $64,300, you were basically testing the highs. Beautiful right there, SFP, get into the short. This could roll all the way down. It could do this in the next coming hours. So no doubt, we long, we short, right? We do all sorts. We long and short all day long because we are traders, scalpers, right? We trade the range, we trade the levels. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to go up to $69,000 in the next coming days. Come on, guys. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I trade the levels. So let's take a look at the session volume profile and analyze the situation here on previous days. Okay, so let's just keep it nice, easy, and simple for the community. We have the previous day here on the 11th of March. Let's mark that previous day value area low. Let's mark that point of control. Why not? Let's mark the previous day value area high, which, you know, could be a target. However, the price is getting very choppy right now with this local double top. But what I want to explain to you here with the previous day value area low is that we were getting the breakout from the resistance of the descending wedge. That is already a good sign. That is a sign that, hey, maybe we are going to manage to go to higher levels. When we go to the 5-minute time frame, okay, analyze here this breakout. It was not the best looking breakout, to be honest. I like to see a little bit more punchy price action. However, you can manage your risk as well anyway, right? Would I like to see a breakout from a previous day value level, okay, value area low in this case? I want to see the price action, you know, getting some momentum. And if you do get that retracement down to the level you're looking for, that bounce. Nevertheless, the breakout was acceptable. It was worth the shot right over there. Okay, this was mentioned basically in today's morning update in the Legends trading community. Legends, we're looking for that breakout. Let's see if we can get above the previous day value area low, because this will be a sign of strength if that retracement comes back down to the previous day value area low. We could get that pump. We could get that pump, and we could risk here a possible trade with very good risk management. How? Well, basically putting your stop loss beneath that previous day value area low. Of course, you're seeing the choppiness right there. You can attempt a long position, give or take a bit of room here for your stop loss. Don't go too crazy. You don't want to lose too much. If you're wrong, you're giving it a little bit of room right there as you're seeing the price consolidate that previous day value area low. You do have the descending wedge here, giving you the possibility of, hey, maybe this is going to get some momentum to the upside. So you're breaking through. Stop loss here, you are targeting at least round about the point of control where we did get the first rejection. That is a take profit one. You want to take profit at the previous day point of control no matter what, especially if you do get a rejection. If you're rejecting to that level, of course you want to take profit right over here as you do reject, because you don't know if the price is going to break successfully to the upside. Now, that was basically the scenario. That was the setup. Now, of course, this was actually a pretty good acceptable short position. Why? Well, you're basically testing the highs of this breakout. Previous day point of control was really not managing to be anything right there. It's really not managing to be support, resistance, or anything. We can get that level off the chart right now as it's been pierced through a few times. So we're not interested in that. So as you do see here, with the price action from the last hour, basically you creating a beautiful small little swing failure pattern. You're already dropping $1,000, guys. You get the deal. I mean, this is the best strategy that you could get into. Bang, you fail to break the highs, you get into the short stop loss, you're gaining the momentum. This is not a bad take profit zone. Why is this not a good, why is this a good take profit zone? Well, if we just go with the basics, hey, we've been pumping very, very nicely today, and we are forming higher lows, and you are hitting the higher low support level. So this might bounce off and claim those highs again in the next coming hours. So, hey, learn how to take profits. Don't be too greedy thinking this is a top, which it could be. It could be. But, just take profits here at certain levels of support, lower your stop loss. This is a free trade right now. Make sure to, basically not lose anything if you did get into that double top scenario. Let's talk about the next scenarios, guys. Let's talk about what could happen next. I don't care what happened today, this morning. Tell me what's going to happen now. What are the important levels now? This is why I'm in this live stream. Let's go right away here with those possible scenarios. Now, like I said, I'm interested in, if we were to break nicely here, and by the way, if we do take out the high to the low, 618, did get that quick reaction here at the point of control, getting a bit choppy. If we do, right, really not much happening right there based on, Fibonacci levels here locally. What is interesting here? If we do get a solid breakout, okay, we got a clear level of resistance. And let's keep this simple, guys. Let's keep this simple. Let's keep it as price action to the upside forms a resistance level. That resistance level flips as support, right? Resistance flips as support. We want price action. We want price action, guys. Okay, so what we do have here is a clear level of resistance. Okay, clear level of resistance that's formed at the $64,400. We know that we had a resistance level here just a few hours ago this morning, right, where we did have that resistance at $63,280 approximately, right? We clearly know that this is a resistance level. Same scenario, you formed a little bit of a double top right there. However, you're forming higher lows. You break through that resistance, you come down to the level of support. Guess what? You got a long position here because you got a resistance support flip and you're targeting the highs. Very nice. Bang, bang, easy trade setup. You got a $500 move to the upside right there. Easy, simple to understand. Don't overcomplicate things on your trading, getting a bunch of silly indicators on the chart because they're just going to confuse you. So let's just go here with the basics. Come on, we got the descending wedge. We do have this high, which is very disturbing. I like that level for a target zone. I mean, it's just a classic level where the price wants to hit it and maybe create a swing failure pattern. So what I'm going to understand here, if we do get this breakout here to the upside from the highs of resistance formed today, well, it's going to be looking very interesting. Of course, we do have the Fibonacci 7/8 Fibonacci, okay, from the pivot high here of this descending wedge to the pivot low. We do have the 7/8, which is just in the middle of the way. I don't like that. I don't like the 7/8 Fibonacci if it is in the middle of the way of a successful breakout. However, if we do get that move, get above 7/8, very nice. I would still be looking for this resistance support flip, okay? Could get choppy, could get a little bit of a consolidation. Overall, you are forming higher lows here today, so why not have an attempt here in bouncing from that level? Now, the best way here to speculate in that possible long position is that you are using higher low support right there. This is if we do not break down in the next coming hours. Maybe yes, maybe not. You know, we're just looking at the possible scenario where we are interested in possibly speculating into a long position. So you want to get that breakout here very solidly. I'm not sure if this is just going to continue up. If we do get that pullback to that level, we're looking here for higher low support to maintain, bounce from that level of resistance, stop loss beneath, give or take a bit of room. You're getting into a long position right there and you're targeting overall the highs of the breakout, but even potentially this high right over here, right, which would be around about $65,800. That is still a very nice move. So we're just following the momentum here to the upside till we've proven that is breaking down basically. So that is one setup right over there. Let's go right away here. Right, let's go right away. Hope we go down, down, down. Duke Nukem. I'm going to go through the comment section before we take a look at some other, you know, basic stuff on the chart here for Bitcoin, right? Just easy peasy trading setups right there. Bitcoin's moves right now are absolutely beautiful in these ranges. You know, you get some moves of $1,000 or $2,000, you know, with a bit of leverage. You can make a killing, right? You can make a killing. So short from double top, booked 20%. Next to the 618. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Aditya, no doubt if you did get into this double top scenario, Aditya is an absolute machine. He's been following the channel for a long time right now, been a moderator for a few months. You know what you're talking about. You know how to trade these levels. Bang, in and out, in and out. Absolutely wonderful. Let's go here with Laurel. How are you? The numbers are tiny from my phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is better to watch from a computer. Hi legends, Andy, bring the alpha, says DeVault. DeVault, thank you very much for joining. Guys, for anybody that doesn't know already, DeVault is a coach in the Legends trading community, providing great education and technical analysis. You know, shout out to you, DeVault. Go and check his YouTube channel as well. You got DeVault right there in the comment section. He is also a moderator. Basically, this guy's so far so good, playing out very, very nicely, level to level trading. We talked about a new possible setup right now on the live stream, which would be a kind of confirmation of a little bit of more upside momentum. But I mean, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. No doubt, shorts are still in play. Shorts still have advantage as well, because we just need to zoom out a little bit, okay, on the 15-minute chart and realize what has been going on. We do not know if this is going to be the bottom and Bitcoin's going to shoot up from here. So we need to understand that the trend is still to the downside with these aggressive lower highs. So we might just as well form a lower high at this point. So this double top scenario that has happened on the lower time frames is an acceptable short, just like Aditya was pointing out here in the comment section. Absolutely beautiful, right? So if we break through that level, going to be a clear sign of strength. We got 7.8 Fibonacci in the middle. We want to break through it very nicely with a bit of spike in volume right there if possible. And then obviously I would be easily targeting, not easily, I would be targeting the highs first, because you might as well just double top from here and fail miserably, right? If that is going to be the case. You might even just break down from here right now, because you've already created a local double top here where we do have the 61865 range, right? We're getting above it, but this could also be a topping range. We need to understand that we are in a major downtrend. Level of support that we do have right now, and that would be the previous day value area low. Previous day value area low has proven today to be support. This is where we were looking for that long trading setup. We break down from this level in the next attempt. Say that we're rolling down right now. If we do, okay, it could get choppy. It could get choppy. It could get interesting. Okay, when we do take out the pivot low of today to the pivot high, you know, could the 50% Fibonacci hold where we do have a swing failure pattern here? Possibility from this higher low, right, where we were bouncing from previous day value area low. Hit that 50% Fibonacci, create here a swing failure pattern, maintain that previous day value area low, and then get the bounce here in the next coming hours. It's gonna be a risky one. The main reason why it's a little bit risky is just because of the overall trend. If you're kind of wanting to long in the middle of the price moving to the downside, you kind of speculating here that this is gonna get a move, and you know, you're probably just gonna break down and hit the low. So it's gonna be a risky long position. I want to see magic here. I want to see magic. And what is magic for me? Of course, magic for me is this. Magic is hit the level and then hit it again, and you're creating that double bottom bang. And then this is where you get that long trigger. You got a possibility in your stop loss. That is magic price action. We love magic price action. They happen all the time on Bitcoin. You got them right there. You got a double bottom. You got a, you know, double top right there. You know, you got this possible failed auction more than a double bottom right over here at the monthly open. They happen, guys. They happen, and they give you that possible opportunity. It's the second attempt to see if you are going to get that breakdown. So be patient. Be patient, because overall, if we do break solidly here, bang, like this, the previous day value area low, this ain't going to be looking good. I would be looking at a possibility for those lows of today to be claimed, okay? So if you get a solid move here beneath the previous day value area low, which has been proven to be support today, it's a proven level of support. You know, you're possibly looking for a short position if you get an aggressive move down. You know, it's the probability's lower if you do get a solid move down like this, and you're going to get a V-shaped recovery, right? It's just it's not good. It's not likely. It's not likely. So, you know, what we would be looking at here is possibly this, you know, flipping as resistance and just continuing this downtrend that we've been forming during the last few weeks, right? That is a little bit of a scenario here that I would be remaining patient for those levels. Let's go right away through the comment section. Don't forget to smash up that like button, guys. Come on, it just takes a couple of seconds, right? Scroll down the video, bang, smash that like button. Only takes a few seconds, guys. It will massively support the channel. So, you know, if you do want to continue seeing me here on YouTube, because if not, I'm going to quit. Only joking, guys. Don't think I will quit. This is also great for me. I love educating. I love taking a look at the charts here. I love you guys, every single one of you. I bought $10 of bone at $20 bone. Right, I guess that's a meme coin. Let's go continue here through the comment section right away. And yeah, guys, let me know, shall we take a look at some altcoins? I want to take a look at some, stuff that is going on, guys. There is stuff that is going on here. Shall we just go, leave me an altcoin in the comment section, okay? And then we'll take a look at some altcoins. For me, it's pretty clear right now, the ranges, guys. It's just, let's keep it simple, scalping the levels, day trading the levels. It's at the beginning of the stream, right? For anybody that is coming in new, we've been talking about Bitcoin, the levels, up, down. It's trading opportunities. That is what we're interested, I don't want to follow anybody that is not giving me some trading setups, some trading opportunities. This is why you are here. I want to know the setups, the opportunities. If you follow some other channels, let me know if you do, get good setups and analysis, because I would be happy to check them out. Anyway, let's go through a little bit of news. We'll be taking a look at the comment section for some altcoins now in about 5 minutes, okay? So drop off your favorite altcoin. We're going to do some TA on demand on those altcoins right away in the comment section. First of all, let's take a look here at what has been going on. Just yesterday, we had the largest outflows from the spot Bitcoin ETFs, okay? Very strong outflow here just yesterday, before yesterday as well. Is this worrying? We are seeing them unloading their Bitcoin that they have been buying during the last few weeks. Come on, guys. What's going on? Is this the top? We're just creating a massive top on the higher time frames here. Well, no doubt, usually we're going to take a look at some data here from the past, which is very interesting. We're going to take a look at that right away. Let's go to the next, kind of news that's going on. Coinbase CEO says that they hold 90% of the US spot Bitcoin ETF assets. Obviously Coinbase, a US, company in crypto. Nothing surprised me. They're not going to hold it on Binance, right? Which is Chinese. American companies buying from a Chinese exchange. It's pretty obvious that Coinbase holds 90% of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Just then, we have GBTC sees outflows of $443 million today. Okay, so they still have a huge amount of Bitcoin. They're just slowly dumping on the market here, close to the all-time highs. Smart thing to do. Not going to say they're not. This is a smart thing to do, of course. That's insane profits. Now, when we do see where do we have it here? Where do we have it? They do still have a huge amount of Bitcoin. I'm not sure if it's about 400,000 Bitcoin or more, something like that. They still have some crazy numbers that they could still dump on the market here at these levels. Now, BlackRock just put 100 million on Ethereum, okay? This is the most bullish news possible for Ethereum, and this price is $3,170. So they have put, $100 million in USDC, where they have a bunch of meme coins. It's a wallet that has a bunch of meme coins, which is very interesting. Mog Coin is one of them. The wallet that they sent the 100 million US dollar coin, right, USDC, has a bunch of meme coins. So are they speculating on meme coins as well? It's funny, interesting thing to see, basically. Majority of people in Argentina are buying Bitcoin to escape inflation. A lot of countries are doing this. Argentina, of course, being one of them, that they are buying Bitcoin even at these levels to escape inflation. Inflation has been going pretty crazy during the last few years in Argentina and many countries as well. Now, according to historical data, using the relative volatility index, Bitcoin could see a significant swing high in between 30 to 90 days from this signal. Now, let's zoom in here and understand what is going on. You can see here, basically, the RSI, hitting the 80 level. And, this is fun to see, historical data, right? What we see from the previous cycles. Every time Bitcoin on the previous cycle hit the 80 level here, as you can see on the chart, okay? On the relative volatility index, sorry, this is not the RSI, my bad. Relative volatility index. When we hit the 80 level, look at what happened on the previous cycle. We had a massive spike to the upside, and there is, speculation here that there's, in between 30 days and 90 days from now, you do create another larger swing high for Bitcoin. This cycle has been moving a little bit different, okay, no doubt, because basically the lows in November of 2022 did surpass the previous all-time high from the last cycle back in 2017. This never happened in the history of Bitcoin. And also, we never hit all-time high before the halving, and this has been happening during the last few weeks. So no doubt that this is moving a little bit different. However, this is interesting to see. Relative volatility index, okay, we can see how we historically, when we get to this level, which is the 80 level, we see a few more weeks, okay, a few more months that the price does create another swing high. You can see this back in 2017. Once we cross that 80 level, the indicator does continue to the upside. We can see it also back in 2013. You hit it and you create another swing high also back in 2021. You do hit it and you create another swing high. So does this mean that we are going to see a little bit of more pumpy action? We're very close to the low, and we're just going to, start breaking to all-time high again in the coming weeks. Very much a possibility. Something interesting to note here, looking at this, this indicator. So right now, no doubt, Bitcoin is facing resistance for the first time in a while at all-time high 69K. So, which is completely natural. Obviously, hitting all-time high, it is a resistance. You do get that, double top swing failure pattern, a bit of volatility. People are selling at the all-time high. The monthly relative 𝗐𝗺 index has crossed a 0.21 value, which in the past has marked a cycle top to come in 10 months. December of this year, potentially, right? So when we do take a look at this right over here from this indicator, what we can see is when we've, basically been hitting, this level over here, the 0.21, you can see how, the price action has had another swing high coming, months after hitting this level, right? So interesting to see how on the previous cycles we hit the 0.54 on the previous cycle, and this is when we were creating actually that all-time high, that big major top from the cycle, okay? Every time we hit the 0.54, we just hit the 0.21. Every time we've done that on the previous cycle, we have seen many bullish months after hitting this level. Similar to scenario than this, right? Similar scenario, we are seeing, some indicators that are saying, hey, we do have a little bit of more steam here to continue in the next coming weeks and months. Something interesting here about the Ethereum spot ETF, the SEC has just delayed it, and the next deadline will be for the final deadline, and the ETF will probably get accepted, right? Pure speculation. Will we see something similar on Ethereum if Bitcoin does recover? Obviously, if Bitcoin goes down, we're dragging everything down. There's no doubt about it. But we do have the deadline for the 23rd of May. It's there. It's the only deadline that we have. Okay, we have May. We do have June, of course, from some other ones such as Grayscale, also iShares here back in it's also going to be in August, in August right there. So anyway, we've got a deadline here for May, and if this one is going to be approved, the VanEck Ethereum ETF, they're all likely going to get approved, just like what happened with Bitcoin. They all got approved in the same day, the same 24-48 hours margin, right? So interesting to see. We do have speculation on an ETF approval possibly. So hey, could we start seeing Bitcoin picking up? Could it be a possibility in the next coming weeks? No doubt, we've been in a pretty aggressive downtrend. And do you know what is interesting here when we did take a look at higher time frames? Guys, if you want to know about the lower time frames, possible setups, it is at the beginning of the stream. We went straight to the point into, hey, if this does this, we're looking for a bounce. If it breaks here, we're looking for a rejection. Easy peasy technical analysis. That is at the beginning of the stream. But let's focus a little bit on higher time frame, when we are speculating that this has been a massive wave 3 to the upside, right? When we're taking a look at Elliott wave theory, we got a clear bottom right there, a clear high here with this ABC flat, and this has just been a massive explosive third wave. This is if we do in the bullish count, of course, and we are inside of the fourth wave right there. We're going to create another explosive fifth wave in the next coming weeks. We're still in the fourth wave. We could be in the fourth wave for many weeks, all right, till we see that big explosive fifth wave. Of course, there is that bearish case scenario that nobody wants to know about, of this being a massive ABC in a flat structure right there, ABC, and we're going to drop below $15,000 in the next 1 to 2 years, right? We're not going to talk about that scenario, but you know, we need to take it into consideration. No doubt it could be a possibility, especially if there is a recession that is going to kick in during the next coming months, right? We ain't going to speculate on recessions. It might not happen until 2027. So when we take a look at the pivot low here of this corrective structure, I mean, this was pretty obvious. It was an ABC flat. When we take a look at the pivot low right there to the pivot high that has been created here at $74,000 all-time high, we have hit the minimum requirement already for a fourth wave. So, you know, that's the 236 Fibonacci, which is at $62,000. What if we do just consolidate at this level and start pumping very aggressively in the coming weeks? It's definitely possible. This is a minimum requirement for a fourth corrective wave. Of course, it's very fast still. I would expect the price to be choppy, maybe get another leg down. We need to understand that the price is still very much in a downtrend, but it doesn't look bad, right? You're forming a kind of a, you know, a kind of a channel right there, wedgie structure. You know, these are corrective moves. When you break a resistance of a corrective move, you know, it can be looking very, very good for the price to continue to the upside. So let's just say, what would be a confirmation? What would be a confirmation for the price to say, right, this is it, this was the low, you know, what do we need to break here for the price to actually see that big momentum to the upside? For me, it's obviously going to be breaking out just a classic lower high resistance. That is just a, you know, just a classic basic thing. If you do break solidly here, then it's going to be looking quite good. It's going to be looking quite good, right? If you start hitting $67,000, $68,000. However, we do have a huge, massive volume node on the volume profile. You know, no doubt that we need to take this volume profile point of control of the last 2 weeks into consideration. No doubt it's a rejection point. The price could reject very aggressively from that point. So we need to take it into consideration. We're taking a look at pivot high, all-time high to the pivot low of today. Just say that, hey, the price is going to break out in the next couple of days from the lower high resistance. There's actually some pretty nice scenarios here, guys. We're going to go through here right away. We got the 50% Fibonacci, exactly where we have the highest volume node. We got the equilibrium from the drop of the last week, which is sitting exactly where we have the highest volume node. No doubt that this level is going to get a reaction, whether that is a $200 drop or a $2,000 drop. It's going to get a reaction. Depending on what kind of reaction, of course, we could trade that zone. You know, we're looking for that magical local double top on the lower time frame. It's a really important level to take into consideration here on the chart, guys. That $67,300 approximately, right, which is the 50% Fibonacci from the drop of all-time high and that point of control. This level is going to get a reaction. It will happen. It's going to happen. I have a crystal ball here and I can see the future. I can see where the level is going to get a reaction. No, of course not. It's just a technical level with a high probability, you know, resistance, right? It's a high probability reaction level. Now, when we do zoom in from this downtrend, so, you know, this could end up in a little bit of a pullback right there. We'll be analyzing the situation if this were to be the case, you know, for a possible higher low. It's still predicting too many waves here, right? I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but we'll analyze the local situation on a live stream here. I'll go through the comment section in just 1 second, guys. There is an interesting level here where we do take a look at all-time high to the pivot low of today. If we were to continue to the upside, we do have the lower high resistance, with the 382 Fibonacci, I'm talking about the $65,800 with this peak high right there, with this lower high. Very interesting for a possible local swing failure pattern. We're going to zoom in on the lower time frames. It's the 382, which is exactly where we do have this lower high created yesterday. I like it. It's a good level for a quick little swing failure pattern. It might get a small little pullback and then just break through. I don't know. I don't care. I can profit from this move and have very good risk management. So I like this lower high. You know, it's not just a random lower high, because if you cannot swing failure pattern all of the lows and all of the lower highs. You know, it's just not possible. You need to have confluence at that level. And in this case, I like the 382 Fibonacci confluence from this drop. It is exactly where we have yesterday's lower high. I like it. You are likely going to get a quick little swing failure pattern from that level, and you could get into a nice little scalp short position to make a little bit of gains to put in your pocket. Let's go right away here through the comment section. Say hello to the rest of the community. Let's go through some altcoins, guys. Smash it up, that like button if you are enjoying this live stream. I have energy. I've been to the gym. I've been running for an hour today. I've been eating a lot of fruit and veg. I haven't got my house yet. I've been buying some stuff for my new studio. Just got a new camera right there. I'm going to be improving the quality. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff, guys. You know, this is, I wish this could be, you know, overnight, but it's not possible. Look at the camera right now. Look at the lighting. It looks really amateur, right? I'm sorry, guys. Quality has been going down a little bit because of my move to Dubai, but this is only going to get better. And the content is only going to get better. And the education is only going to get better. So you want to destroy that like button, support the channel, because you are going to see more legends, all right? You're going to see more. Let's go right away here through the comment section. Lucky Janoska. Hi, Andy. Would you look at 𝗖𝗇 Network? Of course I will. Of course I will. Of course I will take a look at 𝗖𝗇 Network for you, my man. Let's go right away. Seems like Umbrella's little brother. Thanks for the TA. You're very welcome, my man. Let's take a look at this one. 𝗖𝗇 Network. If this is Umbrella's little brother, I mean, Umbrella's the little brother of Chainlink and all the rest of them. It's already a little brother. It's a very low market cap. So what market cap is this one? If Umbrella, 𝗖𝗇 Network. I will take a look at this in my spare time. If you are in the Discord or in the Telegram group, you got the links down below, of course. You know, send me a message, you know, tag me there, and because I'm going to do a little bit of research on this. If if this is an oracle, decentralized oracles are here. Is it a relatively new project? I mean, I will take a look at this. Yeah, it's been here for a long time. It got okay. It's just like all of the altcoins. 4 million market cap. I like oracles. I do believe in oracles. This is why I hold Chainlink and I hold Umbrella Network. If this is looking good, I will take a look at the the project carefully. Do they have the ecosystem, the roadmap, the tokenomics? If it looks promising, no doubt, I will probably invest in it. Let's take a look at this one. I mean, on the chart, we probably don't have much on the chart. 𝗖𝗇. Let's take a look at 𝗖𝗇 right away on the chart here for my man. Right away. Volatile, very, still, this is low liquidity market, no doubt. Low liquidity market created a big test of these highs right there with an epic corrective move. But if this project looks bullish for the near future, no doubt that this is, when it looks dead like this is where you're interested, obviously, in scooping up, right? Because then what happens? What happens when the price starts moving up? Hey, look at this altcoin. It's the new Oracle, this, that, the other, and it's too late. It's too late. The price is doing a 5x or a 10x, and you don't want to jump in when it's doing that. All right. So I will do a little bit of research. The chart looks good. It might be, the project might be, you know, split up. There's nobody there. You know, they basically, the team have disappeared, and maybe it's just a broken project. I don't know this, guys. Okay, so on the chart, no doubt that, you know, based on accumulation for the bull market, right? No doubt that this is very interesting levels on the chart. Just keeping it extremely simple, it created a massive swing failure pattern from the highs of February of 2023. You know, pretty obvious rejection. You know, this is a moment that you would want to be skeptical. You'll probably want to get out, get into a short, not buy, basically, as you're rejecting from a major high, right? So what is interesting about this right now is that it's coming down to the highs here from December, which I like very much. No doubt that this could definitely flip into support. It is very soon to know at the moment. We've just been dropping to this level the last 2-3 days. If we start dancing around here and start forming a little bit of this price action, right, flattening out, it's going to be looking extremely good for a bounce. Just like this, major pump, dropping. When you're going sideways like this, slightly creating lower lows, getting into wedgie structure, that is going to be looking very powerful here for a big bounce. It's very, very soon to say, right? It's very soon, because what happens with these kind of movements, you know, we don't know where the bottom is. We don't know if this is going to hold as support, and it just might just continue to the downside like this. So I would give it a little bit, give it a few more days to see how this zone reacts. Of course, it is highly dependent on Bitcoin, what the altcoins are going to do in the next coming weeks. If Bitcoin goes down below $60,000 to $55,000, right, give or take, you're going to see a lot of these altcoins just absolutely drain. Okay, so let's wait for the next coming days. Let's see if Bitcoin does manage to see that sign of strength, which would be breaking at least the lower high resistance trend line from this descending channel, right? Keeping it basic, keeping it simple, just a nice breakthrough here. Then obviously, you know, what I love about these channels is the levels of resistance, guys. You know, they're just highly predictable. Bitcoin might as well just create a lower high from this point and come down. We talked about the levels of support. We talked about the bearish confirmation and how likely it is, you know, if you do break the previous day value area low, that you're going to test the lows. But what if we do see suddenly, you know, in the next 24 to 48 hours, Bitcoin breaking through like this? We know a certain level that is going to get rejected with extreme high probability. And of course, that is the point of control from the last 2 weeks. It is the 50% Fibonacci from all-time high to the low. It's just a very, very high probability rejection point. But what I like from descending wedges and descending channels is when you get a breakout, you know a certain level of rejection, okay? You know there is a certain level of rejection, which in this case would be the 50% and that high volume node of the last 2 weeks. And what we can see here is the level likely getting a pullback, but also a level that is likely going to find some support, which would be, you know, in this case, the previous day value area high. Yeah, maybe not, but you got a clear level that's bounced as support and as resistance. And you're looking here for this retracement to consolidate potentially at this zone. I mean, this is pure speculation at the moment, but what I want to make you understand when you do break out from a wedge or from a channel is that you form an inverted head and shoulder a lot of the times, okay? This is pure speculation, right? We know a level of rejection. This is probably just going to roll down from this point purely based on this local double top that we formed here during today. I mean, it was a shorting level. This was a shorting level. This is a good take profit zone here as we consolidate at this level. It's a good take profit one, just purely based on the uptrend that we've had today. So no doubt that this was an acceptable short right there. And as we are in a downtrend, you know, it's not looking too great. It's not looking too great. We are in a very aggressive downtrend during the last week, and this could just be another lower high and coming down to test the lows again. Okay. So overall, we long, we short. This was a good short position, no doubt. Shorting right now at this point would be risky, in my opinion. Exactly here, you know, where you're going to put your stop loss. I mean, if you can manage risk, put, you know, stop loss here. You're entering here. I'm speculating on the lows to be taken. It's just not really a great zone to get into a short right now, even though the price does drop. Just purely based on risk management, you know, you could actually see these levels of resistance, you know, holding here in the next 1 to 2 hours. You just choppy, it looks going to go down, and then you're just forming another higher low. It's not a great zone right there to take a trade. Looks like it wants to push down, looks like it wants to break down. If we would confirm right there, if we do break below the previous day value area low, it would, for me, be quite bearish. If you break down solidly and you're looking for that bounce to be basically a lower high, it's going to likely flip as resistance, just as we've seen the support right there. Support here today with this breakout. Very nice for that long position. Just a small little long position. I did get into that long, taking all of the profits here at the double top. You know, just a few $100. Absolutely wonderful. That was purely based on breaking above the previous day value area low, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading, you do have Bybit. Great trading platform. It's my #1 crypto trading platform. You got an exclusive bonus for the people, the subscribers, 20% fee reduction with $30,000 worth of deposit bonus. If you don't want to trade on Bybit because of restrictions or KYC, you got 𝗖𝗆 as a great alternative. They have very low fees currently. Let's go here through the comment section, go through some more altcoins. Why not? Shall we take a look at some altcoins? Always taking Bitcoin into consideration. Reef, my goodness, shall we take a look at Reef? Because I remember talking about Reef that I did buy a bag. Wow, what a massive hit. What a massive hit. I mean, we want to take some profits, no doubt, especially if we do lose a major lower high right there. For example, this one, right? You got some clear levels that if you do lose, you just want to get out of the market. But I remember talking about, I bought a bag of Reef. I still hold that bag. It's a small bag. It's not even 1% of my portfolio. It's something like 0.5. I've got a bag there of Reef that I bought right over here, and I got bashed on. I really got bashed on this, because it did look like that we were breaking out very successfully this double bottom, and I bought some we got into a successful long position, which was the symmetrical triangle here, more locally, just forming like a really nice symmetrical triangle right there. Speculated on that long for the high to be taken. That is it, just a nice little scalp day trade long position, and that is it, in and out. However, I did buy some spot Reef at this zone, and yeah, it just got a major drop of almost 50%. It was like, oh my goodness, well, not 50, but about 30%. But guess what happened? Just a few weeks after, we had the price absolutely exploding, doing a 5x. I was already up about 2x on this, 3x. I didn't take profit. This is just the bag that it's there. It's a moonshot cryptocurrency. What can I say about this one? Big major rejection. It's really not, they're taking the hit. A lot of the altcoins take the hit. This one's down 50% since the move here to the upside a few days ago. Stay cautious, guys. This is what we got. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to altcoins. This is what you get. I was not worried buying Reef here and being in a 30% loss. Yeah, who cares? It's a small percentage of the portfolio. Then what you get is this big major pump from these lows. There is a chance, same scenario here, that I could say on the other crypto that I have analyzed. It's just a very aggressive waterfall. This could just do this. This could just do this in the next coming weeks and months. However, if we do start holding the highs here from December in that sideways momentum, right? Or really depending on Bitcoin, if we do get that consolidation at this range, then I'm going to say, hey, this is looking pretty good for a spike up. Of course, it's going to be in the next 1 to 2 weeks till we see that formation. This is still in a big, massive sell-off waterfall until we do not see a little bit of that boring sideways momentum to speculate that it is going to get that leg up. then of course it is too early to know. It is too early to know. For the moment, it's just falling very aggressively. So let's continue here right away with the comment section. Let's take a look at, we've taken a look at Reef. We got Gala, we got Algo. Right, let's take a look at Gala, Algo. Sorry guys, there's just comment sections is going crazy at the moment. I do want to go through most of them. FOMC meeting in 30 minutes, Andy. Oh my goodness. FOMC minutes, okay, in the next 30 minutes. Yeah, we got, oh, this is interesting. We do have the FOMC minutes. I mean, I haven't even been taking a look at the news. I'm just taking a look at the charts. But overall, it doesn't really matter, right? I don't trade the news. I don't care about the news. We just need to be aware with our risk management when we have news. I have risk management. I have very good risk management anyway. So, you know, we do have the FOMC minutes and Fed press conference today, which is going to be interesting. We might see a bit of volatility. Yeah, we might see a little bit of volatility. We've got interest rate decision as well. What is the timing here? I need to put this right with the timing. It says 10 p.m. here. Yeah, so this is about in, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, in about 30 minutes from now. But interest rate decision. What's the interest rate decision being, guys? Let me know right away. Well, it hasn't come out yet. Inflation rate 3.4. Is this happened today? Inflation rate 3.4. It's actually gone down 0.1%. It's going to be interesting. FOMC economic projection. Fed press conference. We do usually see a bit of volatility during that time, so stay cautious. In the next 1 to 2 hours, we might going to see a bit of volatility. You know what is an interesting chart to analyze, guys? And I got a really bad comment from someone on the other video saying, yeah, I don't, you know, this is a bunch of crap. The DXY hasn't got negative correlation with Bitcoin. I'm like, dude, it has been having massive negative correlation during the last 10 years. Of course it has. We need to take a look. We need to consider the DXY because, I mean, I'm not going to go through this again, legends. We're not going to, I mean, we can do it based on entertainment purposes here for any new subscribers, but the DXY has massive negative correlation on higher time frames with Bitcoin. You can, every single time where the DXY bottoms out, the price of Bitcoin peaks. Every time the DXY peaks, the price of Bitcoin bottoms. It's happened during the last several years. And we could not say that there is no negative correlation. Of course there is. Of course there is. You can see it. It's happened every single time for many, many years. You cannot say it does not have negative correlation. Of course it does. Look at the charts. Look at what's happened during the last 5-10 years. You know, every time the price of, you know, the DXY bottoms out is where the price of Bitcoin tops out. Every time the DXY tops out is where the Bitcoin price bottoms out. You can see it on the chart. So anyway, if we were to see a breakout on the DXY from this major level of resistance that we are seeing right now, it's just a random here lower high resistance trend line. We do have the point of control from 2022 and 2023. This price action has, you know, this level basically has been a proven level of support and resistance, you know, during the last few years. And it's, you know, it's been resistance right now. You got a lower high resistance trend line. And what is curious about this is that, you know, if we do break aggressively here during the next coming days, it might be today with the volatility, you know, it will not be a good sign for Bitcoin in the mid-term, sorry, not short term. There's no instant negative correlation, but it won't be looking good. If you break through from here, you're looking for these highs to be tested. And if we do have a bullish DXY for the next coming weeks, of course, we could see Bitcoin getting a little bit more of a pullback. Of course, this could be a fake out. Of course, this could just roll down here with the lower high trend line, okay? Lower high resistance. It is in a downtrend. So, you know, if it does come down, that is obviously very good for Bitcoin for the next weeks and months. That might be the case. But if we do start breaking solidly here, I'm going to say, legends, this is just not looking good. I do see the DXY gaining momentum to the upside, and we will see those pullbacks on Bitcoin. I can guarantee you, if we do have a bullish DXY in the coming months, no matter the halving, no matter the ETFs, it doesn't matter. A bullish dollar means that, hey, people want to have dollars if it's strong. They don't want to have Bitcoin. Just staying in the reality, okay? Here, I believe BTC will hit $16,000. My goodness, it says 𝗵𝗫. BTC is dumping. We got Bitcoin dropping down here from that previous day value area low. It's not looking too great here. It does look like that we are possibly, unless we get a massive failed auction right now in the next coming minutes, if we do get that acceptance back above the previous day value area low, I would arguably discuss that, hey, maybe this is going to get a recovery. I want to see these candlesticks close beneath here very, very solidly, and then obviously I would say, okay, this is looking bearish. We're looking for this move to continue to the downside. But still, you know, if we do create that failed auction here, get above it, I do see this possibly getting a bounce. For the moment, ain't looking too great. We're just gonna have to be remaining patient here slightly, because of, you know, you're breaking down the previous day point of control. Still a bit too volatile. Are we seeing the news right now? Are we seeing any news? Or what is the ES doing? The S&P 500. S&P 500, yeah, not doing much. So this is just basically Bitcoin doing its own thing. 25,000 Bitcoin coming, says Jack. We got a lot of people being bearish here in the comment section. I mean, you know what would be the ultimate bearish case scenario, of course, is that DXY obviously continues a massive uptrend in the next coming months. You see, I mean, the DXY, if you ask me, this just looks like a major corrective move on the DXY. And if this pops off, and, you know, people really believe that, you know, there's going to be massive inflation still for the next coming months. You know, inflation is coming down. We do have the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell saying, hey, we are going to keep interest rates high until we get inflation to 2%. This is going to make the dollar strong. We like it or not. It's just very likely going to make the dollar strong, unless they're going to have to do some bailouts, because a lot of the banks are just basically going bankrupt, and, you know, you're just going to have to get the money printer on. We never know when this could happen, but overall, you know, the DXY does look bullish. It does look like that we could see a strong dollar in the next, you know, 12 to 24 months, right? The next 1 to 2 years, we could see a strong dollar based on pushing the inflation down to 2%. He says that until we do not get to 2% inflation, we ain't putting interest rates down. And this is something to be concerned about, right? Then obviously I got people here saying that we are going to go down to $25,000. We are going to go to $16,000 Bitcoin. And by the way, got out from that trading position, no doubt, because this is why we take profits at double tops. Because imagine being in a long position here all day and then the price comes down. You know, obviously, and this was an epic short position, no doubt. This was a great short. I was out. I could not get into this short, but there was a great short here on Bitcoin, basically right over here today, just a few hours ago. This was a very, very good short right there, as you were failing to get above this level. Anyway, let's go to the higher time frame scenarios. And what is interesting here, that, you know, there is a bearish Elliott wave count here of Bitcoin already forming, you know, a massive over 10-year cycle right there. And, you know, you would be speculating on this scenario, right, where you have formed, all right, 5 waves to the upside already. There's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of speculation. The world economy isn't looking, you know, in extremely great conditions. The U.S. economy, right, pointing out. I mean, it is looking okay for the moment, but it's really been pumped up with debt, right? It is getting pumped with debt. And that is not sustainable. That will break down at some point, no doubt. But yeah, economy's strong. Yeah, but till when? Till when can you sustain this debt, okay, economy? I mean, this would be like an ABC flat scenario. That would be an extreme bearish case scenario for Bitcoin for the next 1 to 2 years. After the halving, this would be like never happened before, right? We all following the cycles, halving, all-time high. You know, you get all of these big investors saying Bitcoin's going to 150,000, Bitcoin's going to 300,000, Bitcoin's going to 500,000. No doubt understanding basic, you know, supply and demand economics, you know, definitely it will be very hard for Bitcoin to actually get back beneath $50,000, especially with the ETF approval. You know, be lucky if we do get to $25,000, never mind $16,000. There's going to be a lot of demand. There will be a lot of people wanting to buy cheap Bitcoin. So you need to look at the other side here of the game. Do you think that the institutions that this is cheap Bitcoin for them? This is cheap $1 trillion market cap on a revolutionary asset, digital gold, basically 1.2 trillion. Bring it on. This is a baby. They would not want you to buy Bitcoin at $30,000, at, you know, $20,000. They don't want you to buy Bitcoin so cheap. If we do get that opportunity based on a massive fearful recession drop, you know, in the next coming, you know, give or take 1 or 2 years, it's just going to be a great opportunity. Bitcoin is still going to be here if they do manage to push the price down here with a massive worldwide recession or whatever happens. It's just going to be a golden opportunity. This is going to be dirt cheap Bitcoin to buy. No doubt that I will be buying dozens of Bitcoin if we do get all the way down there. I don't think we're going to be lucky to see that. Maybe yes. We created the failed auction from this previous day value area low. So yeah, it's currently above the level. This was just a quick wick to the downside. We could see a possible recovery on Bitcoin. Let's go right away here with the comment section to analyze what is going on. We are seeing some incredible outflows here on Bitcoin from the spot Bitcoin ETFs. All right, during the last few days. Yesterday was the largest outflow. Let's go right away. 16K would be a dream. It would definitely be a dream, Cryptic Sniper. I would love to buy Bitcoin at $16,000. I did buy Bitcoin at 16. Matter of fact, I've been buying Bitcoin at $8,000 and $5,000 on the previous cycle. But it would be nice to get, you know, a bit more Bitcoin. I do have more cash on the sideline, so it would be nice to buy a bit more. Let's go right away through who has 20K to buy Bitcoin. Lol. Yeah, who has $20,000 to buy Bitcoin? I mean, you don't need to buy one whole Bitcoin. You need to just buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. 0.1 Bitcoin would be $2,000 if we get to 20K. That's great. Who's buying under 40K? Are you joking? Who's buying under 40K? Are you joking? More than half of the world is poor. Yeah, I know that, but the big money will be buying. The big institutions will be buying. They're not interested in you buying. Of course not. They're not pushing the price for you to buy. Of course not. And we're talking about, you know, institutions, big money, countries, you know, big companies. They want to buy Bitcoin. Screw you. They're not interested in you. So anyway, let's continue. 3,500 Bitcoin bubble crash, says Swift. My goodness. People are getting extremely bearish with Bitcoin just correcting here. Just $10,000 from all-time high. You know, I would be expecting higher levels. I'm really paying attention to the DXY. DXY is at a critical zone at the moment that if we do break, my goodness, it's not going to be looking great. If we do have a bullish dollar, it ain't going to be looking good. I am in Brazil. We have a town called Rolante in my state. It's a Bitcoin town. Google Rolante, RS. That's absolutely wonderful. DCA, says Felipe, absolutely the best strategy ever. I've been DCAing Bitcoin since 2018. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. You could DCA all day long, every single month on Bitcoin. There will be a moment that you will be in extreme profits. Just the last few weeks, everybody was in a profit. Whoever bought Bitcoin 2019, 2021, just last month, you're in profits. So DCAing is always the best strategy for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is a baby. It's a very small market cap for the big players. Gold is at $12 trillion, and they see gold it's a bunch of crap, but they want to diversify, and Bitcoin could be the new thing. I think Bitcoin is an easy 5 trillion market cap in the next coming years. So that would take the price obviously to round about $300,000. And it still will be relatively, all right, it will be starting to be a high market cap, but the S&P 500, the 500, best performing companies in the US, it's 100 trillion market cap, okay? Over 100 trillion. The S&P 500, it's over 100 trillion. It's 100 times bigger than Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin is a revolution. We never know. We can never give a price to Bitcoin. Where would be a top in the next coming 10 years? We don't know. It might just go to millions of dollars. We don't really know. It's still relatively new. So anyway, DCA at full moon. DCA at full moon. DeVault is very much into full moons. Looking at the chart, he shared a chart with me, and it's really definitely fascinating how you do see those corrections, with the full moon chart. Very, very impressive to see. Anyway, Bitcoin is deflationary. Of course, it is for the people. Yes, sir, Felipe, you goddamn right on that. Sideways and bleed for a week at least. People calling 40K, others calling 80K this week. Lol, says Matt. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit boring when we do analyze this situation. I mean, come on. We have been pumping like crazy for several months since October. We did get a major sideways range here back in April, May, June, July, August of 2023. It was a boring sideways action. Since October, we've just been going absolutely crazy. This is over 6 months of massive price, volatility to the upside, massive momentum. This needs a range. This needs a cool off, get the people into place, get a bit more of a pullback, right? I think we're going to be a bit rangy. I also believe so. If we do speculate that this is a fourth wave, we could see several weeks of sideways momentum. If we are still seeing this bullish, okay, and we are in a fourth wave, we could see several weeks. All right, we've hit the minimum requirement already, so if it just moons from here, then it's acceptable. We've hit the 0.236 fib, but yeah, we could definitely just consolidate. A common target for a 50% Fibonacci, for a fourth wave is the 50% Fibonacci, which would be coming down all the way to $48,000. I mean, that would be a bit brutal. 382 would be $54,000. That would be an acceptable common fourth wave as well. That is exactly where we do have the value area high of 2021 and 2022. This zone is going to get a reaction. This zone is going to get a reaction. The $54,000, if we were to drop there, it's going to get a reaction. It's the 382 Fibonacci from this impulsive move of 6 months, over 6 months. And it's the value area high here on Bybit, okay, from 2021 and 2022. It's just it's a reaction level, no doubt, and it's the 382, right, from this possible fourth wave. The most brutal case scenario in this bullish trend would be, the most bearish case scenario would be coming all the way down to the 50% Fibonacci, which is at $48,000. This would be like the golden zone for a possible long position, swing long, scoop up some Bitcoin, because if this were to be that fourth wave, and this is going to happen in the next 30 days to 60 days, right, next coming weeks. And you got the halving coming up. Halving is going to be a big fat nothing burger. I have to say, halving is not it's not an event that you're going to see the price pumping aggressively. You guys probably know that. But yeah, basically the most bearish case scenario that I do see here in this downtrend that we're having during the last week would be coming all the way down to $49,000. So I mean, that would be my most bearish case scenario. Most bearish case would be going to zero. Yeah, that's very true, very true. Disappearing from the face of the earth. I think that is not going to happen. But overall, you got these, freaky guys that are saying quantum computing, could actually decode the Bitcoin protocol. It's very possible. It's very possible. What happens if the protocol is decoded and Bitcoin just disappears, right? You go to your wallet, you go to the exchanges, and you no longer see nothing, nada, because of quantum computing. I would be much more worried about the banking system than Bitcoin, because if the quantum computing could absolutely disrupt everything, right? Everything, electricity, your banking, your online banking. Forget about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's nothing. Bitcoin's a 1 trillion market cap. Quantum computing could absolutely destroy, basically the economy if it gets to hands that, are not good. Let's continue. Last cycle, we pumped about 3 months after the halving. Very true. On previous cycles, yeah, we do get that momentum. We do get, a cycle here back in 2016 did get a little bit of dumpy action. We did get a bit of a consolidation back in 2020. It's just really it's a nothing event. This event, brings a supply shock months after, the halving. It brings a supply shock, but after a few months. So what time does the Fed start? It does look like it's going to start in about 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be interesting to see if we are going to see volatility right there with the Fed coming out in the next coming minutes. But yeah, some higher time frame scenarios here to be aware of. If we do break down from today's lows, if we do break down from $60,800, there is a big gap with no volume, and it could be worrying. We could actually be seeing $54,000, right? Imagine that in the next coming days. Bitcoin is getting supported from the last high volume node from the last 2 weeks, right? You can see it on the chart. If we drop successfully beneath $60,000, it ain't going to be looking too good. We got a big massive gap, and the main reason why is because we had fast price action in late February, not leaving high volume nodes, and this could get into a very sharp corrective move. However, it might just as well hold very, very nicely like we've just did today. That monthly open, the highest volume zone here, right? Just the end of the high volume zone. We might just hold this range and start pumping in the coming weeks. But if we do lose that zone very aggressively, it could just get it to a big, big sharp corrective move. Dollar pump as its resistance, BTC pump as its support. These YouTubers be scaring the noobs. No, sir. No, sir. Absolutely not. Andy, possible reversal on alts from here. Are lower prices to come? Yeah, I mean, Andy, possible reversal on alts from here. I'm actually scared now. Look, I've been buying a few of these altcoins, Mina Protocol, also a bit more of DAG, also Acropolis. I've been buying these dips. We do not want to be scared. I sold Phantom at a target zone that we mentioned a few weeks ago. We talked about Phantom, about getting this breakout when we were trading at the 40-50 cent level. This was on a video exactly on the 28th of or 27th of February. I bought a bunch of Phantom. I bought $30,000 of Phantom, let's just leave it that way, and I sold here almost at $60,000 on a $30,000 profit. The projection here was pretty clear. I did mention it on one of the videos. It was just looking for that that momentum wave right over here, and it played out just a few days ago, and I'm happy to sell here. I'm happy to get out. This was only a quick flip. I'm happy with the 2x. It was a quick flip, speculating that this was going to gain this pump, and it happened, and I'm out. Now your question is, Phantom is holding very, very nicely here. It could very much just consolidate and continue to the upside. But what do I think on altcoins? Are we bottoming out? It really is depending on Bitcoin. A lot of them have been, especially meme coins, of course. We've got Bonk down 30%, 𝗬𝗨𝘂𝗶𝘁𝘆 34%. Meme coins do also get a big, massive hit. I've been buying some Mina protocol. I think Mina is going to be huge in the next coming months. This is an opportunity pullback. I would, DCA slowly and consistently. No doubt. Could we go lower? Absolutely yes. But it's an opportunity zone, in my opinion. We want to buy the red market. We want to sell when it's green, right? So no doubt this for me is an opportunity on many alts. I mean, of course, a lot of alts are taking a big hit. Phantom is really holding very, very nicely, not seeing very much of a pullback. But when we go with DAG, for example, which is one that I have been buying, it did get a relatively strong pullback from the highs of round about 27%. But this is an insane project. This is very, very good. The U.S. Ministry of Defense is actually playing around with the technology and the DAG. So there's something to take into consideration, no doubt. So yeah, based on a lot of altcoins, is the bottom near? I think the best strategy is to DCA, guys. Unless we're looking, I focus on Bitcoin. My trading is purely based on Bitcoin. We got that failed auction right there from the previous day value area low. It was an acceptable long position. This was mentioned at the beginning of the stream, based on losing this low and bouncing from it. Yeah, but it's just let's see if it does dance around here. But it looks like it could get a recovery, no doubt. 58K worst case, says Jonathan. Okay, we've got Jonathan here saying that the worst case scenario for Bitcoin would be coming all the way down to $58,000. When we do take a look at the possibility of, like I said, Elliot, we've no doubt that this has still been a one wave. This hasn't had a big major corrective move, not even this. When we speculate, the possibility of this corrective move, this has been massive, guys. Even though we dropped down to $48,000, it would still be very much natural here for just a corrective structure. It would be still very natural to happen for Bitcoin. But worst case scenario, I would say lower. My worst case scenario would be $48,000 in the next couple of months. It would be the worst case scenario. We have hit the minimum requirement of a possible fourth wave here. Taking a look, all right, we're speculating on this right there being the third wave, very explosive, more than usual. And we are inside of the fourth wave. That should take us a bit of time, a bit of a range, a bit of lower lows coming possibly in the coming weeks. However, we have hit the 236 Fibonacci, which is also a common target for a fourth wave. It's been hit, which is $62,000 since $74,000. The price might just hold this range in the next coming days and start, moving to the upside. But yeah, common targets 236, 382, 50%. And worst case scenario for me would be $48,000. $42,000 will still be bull market. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. 618 Fibonacci, this would still be bull market territory. As long as this move to the downside does not come up here to $30,000, which would be the wave one, right? Looking at Elliott wave theory, of course, this is when it could get, disturbing. This could get disturbing. I would still be buying here, but I would personally think that we could actually come down to the lows. But I mean, this is just too far away from reality. Too far away from reality for the moment. We're still very much in a very strong bullish trend. Let's go right away. Hi Andy, what's up with the link FUD that is going on? I am not aware of what's going on with Chainlink. Is there a FUD with Chainlink? One of my biggest bags in my portfolio is Chainlink. Is there a bit of FUD on Chainlink? What we did analyze here for Chainlink is that if we do get all the way down to $11, which could be a possibility, I would be very much buying up a huge bunch of Chainlink. I'm not aware about the Chainlink FUD. I will analyze that. I will take a look at the news from Chainlink to see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, what's happened with Chainlink during the last few months is that we've created 5 explosive waves very nicely since the bottom creation in June of 2023. It was pretty obvious. We mentioned Chainlink a few weeks ago, and we talked about that, hey, this could be very much a topping zone here locally, and we could get a correction for the next coming week. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing Chainlink back beneath $11. It kind of needs to happen, but this would be very, very bullish. I would love to buy Chainlink beneath $12. Would definitely scoop up some Chainlink at below $12. Currently not buying Chainlink. I got a big of a bag already. So yeah, not buying Chainlink at these levels. Been buying Chainlink like a maniac here at the $6-7 range. Very, very aggressively. They're in very good profit still, but I'm not selling Chainlink till it hits all-time high, well above all-time high. $100 is my target, and that might be in the next coming years. I might be old. Oh my god, I can't believe the levels of bearish vibes. Yeah, this is probably going to be bullish. We're probably going to have a bullish effect because people are really, really in doubt right now because Bitcoin has hit all-time high. That is it. Double top. This is it. ETFs, they are selling. They want to buy cheaper Bitcoin. Remember that. They want to buy cheaper Bitcoin. A bit of FUD is good to buy some cheap Bitcoin. Two red ones coming. 2 red candles coming. 7 green BTC months candles and 2 red coming. Yeah, I mean, looking at the monthly chart, no doubt. Let's get this out of the way. This has just been incredibly bullish for Bitcoin, right? It wouldn't be too bad, like you said, if we do see 2 red months coming. So maybe March will end up month. We just tested today the monthly open. It was actually, this monthly red candle was in the red for a couple of hours today. So, it would be completely natural if we do get a couple of red month candles, right? It just would be part of the pullback. So it does make sense. I would agree with you right there that if we do see, that we might see March ending red and even April, the halving month being a red candle. It would be natural. Right, let's do a poll here like 𝗬vault is saying. Are we going to hit all-time high or $50,000? What comes first? Absolutely. Long time since I haven't done a poll. I'm not in the studio. What comes first, guys, for Bitcoin? What comes first? Let me know. What comes first for BTC? And I'm going to go with all-time high like 𝗬vault was saying. All-time high or $50,000, guys. What do you think? Let me know right away in the poll right now. What comes first for Bitcoin? $50,000 or all-time high? $50,000 is a major pullback level. It would be the 50% Fibonacci of the possible 4th wave, right? That we would be getting, I think it's just very much possible. It would still be a shallow pullback from the last few months. This is a 50% correction, right? from the massive pump that we've had during the last 6 months. It would still be shallow, still be bullish, still wouldn't worry too much. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? What do we have here with the poll? Let me know. People are bullish or bearish in the next coming weeks. Sentiment is bearish now. The most entertaining outcome is the most likely. Absolutely. What did I vote for? I'm going to say, let's vote right over here. Let's vote right now. All-time high or $50,000. Now, if we're going with the theory that we should be seeing a little bit more of a cool off after this gigantic rally, and obviously, you know, creating a failed auction from all-time high, you know, I've got to be one of the worst higher time frame technical analysts out there. Only joking, not the worst, but you know, like I said, my analysis is purely based on day trading scenarios. I don't know if it's going to, nobody knows, right? We never know what's going to happen around the corner. You know, the main reason why, you know, analyzing higher time frames is purely based, you know, we do not know how amount of selling pressure could happen tomorrow or buying pressure, right? There's events that happen and that are very unpredictable. So this is why I'm really not a higher time frame guy, but purely based on this. Just looking at Elliott wave theory, if this were to be a third wave and we are inside of the fourth wave right now, there could be a high probability that we could actually go down to $50,000. It's only a $12,000 drop from here. We already dropped $12,000 in 1 week, so another extra $12,000 wouldn't be too much of a deal. So just based on this, I'm going to say $50,000. Oh, we got 61% saying that. 62%. Oh my goodness. I'm with the herd, guys. I'm with the herd. Are we going to get wrecked? Are we the sheep? Right? Most of the people are wrong, and this is what is fun about the polls, that most of the people are wrong. I'm with the most of the people by the looks of things. We've got 63% saying that 50K is next. I'm in that game, guys. I'm in the game. I'm going to say that there is a chance, only because we've pumped too much. We are seeing a bit of selling pressure here. We got the grayscale bitcoins, you know, being dumped on. Price is very high. You know, are people interested here? No, even though the halving is next week, even though ETFs are approved, if we do see a bullish dollar in the next coming weeks, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. I'm going with $50,000 potentially in the coming weeks, guys. I'm going to give it a go. But no, you know, no matter what happens, I am day trading and scalping, guys. We profit from the market by day trading and scalping. Me, DeVault, we are coaches. I analyzed here today a scenario that played out very, very well, and the first target zone was that point of control. This was a bounce of over $1,000. Over $1,000 of a bounce here, basically claiming the previous day value area low and getting that bounce to the point of control. Very much a scenario that was mentioned in today's video update in the Legends trading community. Break out from the wedge, get that bounce from that previous day value area low, get that bounce happening more, get that momentum continuing, right? This is what we do. We trade. We have very good risk management. We are happy with a move of $500, $1,000, $2,000. We are happy with these moves, with these levels of confluence where we speculate in possibilities and we basically bank from them, right? When you ask me, are we going to hit all-time high in the next 2 weeks? I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Nobody knows. So we trade the charts, basically. If you do want to join the Legends trading community, we are Legends. What a name for a community, Legends trading community. You got the third link down below, guys. Me and Devolt provide video updates every single day on possible scenarios that could happen, levels to be respected, how to manage risk. You got it right there, guys. Anyway, 1 hour to go that we got the FOMC minutes. Andy, invert the chart and tell me, what do you see? Is that on the higher time frame? Matt is saying invert the chart and tell me, what do you see? If I do invert the chart, where is it? I can't even remember where you invert scale. There it is. What do I see when you invert the chart on the higher time frames? You know, you would say it's a double bottom, right? Would you say it's a double bottom happening here and this is just going to get a massive pump? Or it's just about to break down? It is just about to break down. I mean, who cares about, you know, inverted chart? I don't know. What do you see with the inverted chart? Is that on the higher time frames? Right, Legends, gonna wrap it up for this live stream. I will be back with a video update. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are new, guys, I'll be coming with a video update tomorrow morning. Make sure to pay attention. We'll be talking about some possible scenarios in the day to happen. So make sure to subscribe if you like that technical analysis. If you do like trading, you do have a Bybit and 𝗖𝗺𝘆𝗽 links down below with the special deal only for you guys if you want to be doing trading. And follow the channel here for more educational content. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.